If you're a fan of Elvis, you probably know the King's birthday is Monday. In celebration of his birthday, an exhibit full of memories of Elvis. And Sue joins someone who probably knew him as well as anyone with those memories. Sue?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Scott. We're just going through the things right now. I'm here with Dr. George Nichopoulos, better known as Dr. Nick. And Dr. Nick, thank you so much for being here today. You, of course, were Elvis's personal physician for the last 11 years of his life, so you knew him pretty well. Do you have a lot of folks coming up to you and asking you to tell stories about Elvis?
Everybody keeps wanting to know what my favorite story is, and I guess I don't really have one favorite story.
There's just too many to tell.
Too many to tell.
Like this exhibit that this is just a small portion of the exhibit that you brought here into our studios. Maybe you can help us and tell us some of the personal stories that you have with these. Now, as we take a look at this entire case here, you see, of course, I had read that Elvis was, a sheriff? He had a sheriff's badge and a gun and the blue flashing lights. Tell us that story.
Well, Elvis had an interest in guns most of his life, and he collected a lot of different guns. He loved to shoot and would go to the rifle range and shooting range and shoot a lot. So he got interested in law enforcement, and
he was like an honorary sheriff or something, right? He went out and busted people?
Yeah, he got everyone deputized as a sheriff, and we all went by the supply house at the police station and got his blue light and gun and nightstick and badge and all the different.
Yeah, I read sometimes he would stop people. He would go out with his equipment, his blue light, and stop people, and they wouldn't really know that was really Elvis that just stopped them, and what basically gave them citations or verbal warnings.
Just verbal warnings.
You probably didn't have the citations, right? Verbal warnings. But now these were passed on to you, right? And then the blue light he gave to you so you can get to him if he needed you in a hurry?
That too.
And let's go down here. There's a lot of jewelry too. Of course, we had seen Elvis wear a lot of jewelry. He apparently loved jewelry. Tell us about some of the stories here.
This is a TCB that he designed.
Taking care of business. Taking
care of business, probably in 73 or something, 74, something like that. And most the TCBs were just in gold like this, and then the one he had was inlaid in diamonds.
That's beautiful. And there's a photograph up here, of you and he showing off your badges and Elvis wearing some of his jewelry. And
just
look,
like
is that you, Dr. Nick? Look at that.
That'd be me.
And down here, right below the picture, is this beautiful gold watch right there.
He was actually,
make sure the camera can see it.
Yeah, he was actually in the hospital at this time, and it was my birthday, and he had the jeweler up there and looked through some watches and things, and had picked this watch. And
it's beautiful. It's very heavy.
It's very heavy.
Yeah, all gold.
On the back it says to ED, which is Elvis's from EP, which is Elvis, of course.
Very nice. And as we move on over here, this, of course, what is your, not your full medical bag, but some of the things you use to help Elvis medically?
Yeah, this is what we call a laryngoscope. And he had a lot of trouble with his throat, especially when he was in Vegas. And
the dry throat.
Yeah. He had a throat doctor in Vegas, and I did some extra schooling to learn how to use this and treat his throat. And we would take this on the road and we'd look down at his vocal cords and then direct
to make sure he could sing. And, Dr. Nick, speaking of your medicine and being his physician for the last 11 years of his life, a lot of people, you received a lot of heat when Elvis passed away, and even the last couple of years of his life, because a lot of people think that it wasn't just a simple heart attack that took Elvis, but maybe drugs, and you prescribed a lot of those drugs to Elvis. How do you respond to some of those people, and what happened to you? Because apparently your medical license was taken away for a while too in Tennessee, where you still reside.
Yeah, I was put on probation for 3 months, and then following that, a year and a half later, I went through a criminal trial with, and got acquitted of all the charges that the state was trying to do.
Basically, they charge you with indiscriminately just prescribing drugs to Elvis and some other folks. Well, how do you defend yourself with all the drugs? Because we know that Elvis was taking a lot of drugs, a lot of prescriptions.
Well, a lot of the prescriptions that were in his name were really not for Elvis. And I was taking care of the band, whether it were 3 bands, the security people, the colonel's group, all. roughly 150 people. So you'd have to take along with you whatever medicines you might think you'd need. If you're in the flu season, you take along a lot of antibiotics and different things.
Okay, Dr. Nick, we're out of time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing all the memories, and we once again want to say that the exhibit, Dr. Nick's exhibit, and you'll be there as well, right?
That's
is at Harrah's in Laughlin, and it runs through the 14th, is that correct?
That's correct.
And it's $10 admission. Go ahead and check it out, and thank you once again for sharing your memories and stories.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, so long everybody. We'll be back here Monday morning. See you then.